بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أنا غيرت اللابتوب أصلا، فهوبفلي إن الصوت دلوقتي يكون واضح، عشان لو مش واضح السيشن دي هتتلغي. عشان كده يبقى ربنا مش راضي علينا بقى نبدأ رايتنج أو كده، يبقى في حاجة أنا مش عارفة إيه هي. فيا رب يكون في حد دلوقتي قاعد بيسمع. أنا عارفة إن زمان
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أنا غيرت اللابتوب أصلا،
طيب
فهوبفلي إن الصوت دلوقتي يكون واضح.
أنا سامعيني.
عشان لو مش واضح السيشن دي هتتلغي، عشان كده يبقى ربنا مش راضي علينا بقى نبدأ رايتنج أو كده، يبقى في حاجة أنا مش عارفة إيه هي.
كويس أوي.
يا رب يكون في حد دلوقتي قاعد بيسمع.
أوكي. الصوت تمام. طيب الحمد لله. يلا نبدأ. We're going to discuss the assessment criteria of the written letter. أنا هرجع للسكرين تاني بتاعت PDF، ولو في حاجة حصلت في الصوت ابعتولي. أنا هفتح الفيسبوك على الموبايل علشان أتأكد إن أنا متابعكم. طيب أوكي. طيب بسم الله. هنستنى شوية كده لحد ما يكون في viewers عشان يدخلوا معانا في الموضوع ونشوف ايه الأخبار. حد بليز يعمل لهم mentioning ويقول لهم إن we started the video، ويقول لهم إن الدنيا تمام، عشان لسه ما فيش viewers. حد يعمل mentioning على البوست اللي أنا كتبته النهاردة الصبح. خلاص أنا هكتب أهو. أوكي. أوكي، عشان ما اضيعش وقتكم هكتب على طول، وإن شاء الله الناس هتبدأ تيجي تدريجيا، ولو في حد عنده سؤال أو عنده كومنت يحطه. أنا دلوقتي شايفة الكومنتس بتاعتكم كويس أوي. طيب الأول عشان خاطر الناس اللي لسه بادئة جديد وعايزة تعرف الليتر بيجي لنا ازاي في الامتحان، هنجيب كده شكل الليتر سريعا، بعد كده نقول ايه الاسسمنت كرايتيريا بتاعته. ادي تاسك من التاسكس اللي بتيجي في الامتحان. السورس بتاعي ايه؟ من كتاب الرايتنج ليتر اللي انا عملت له شير على الجروب من يومين. اوكي. assignment task 4 case notes the conways. ادي الليتر بيجي لنا بالشكل ده. النوتس بتيجي كده time allowed reading time 5 minutes writing time 40 minutes، وبتيجي data. بيبدأ الداتا بالtoday's date patient details وكذا وكذا وكذا. أنا بمسك إيه بقى لما بمسك الورق بقعد أقرأ ده؟ لأ خالص، أنا بسيب كل ده وبنزل هنا كده في الآخر خالص، وبعدين أقرأ what's called the writing task. The writing task you are Dr. Claire Black. مش هستخدم اسمي في أي حاجة، GP ولا البوزيشن بتاعي في حاجة. Karen Conway has come to consult you as she and her husband have been trying to conceive for about 18 months without success. She's being concerned that there may be something wrong. Write the referral letter to Dr. John Expert. من أول هنا بقى ده الكلام المهم. وادي البوزيشن بتاعه FRENC حاجة كده، يعني حاجة specialist أو consultant في gynecology, gynecologist and IVF specialist. وادي العنوان بتاعه. اوكي، يبقى I'm writing a referral letter for this doctor who's a gynecologist because I'm GP, so I'm referring the case because she's becoming concerned that there may be something wrong. اوكي، يبقى this is the task. المطلوب مني بيكتبوا هنا كده expand the relevant case notes into complete sentences. Do not use note form. The body of the letter should be approximately 180 to 200 words. Use correct letter format. اوكي. طيب نيجي بقى بعد ما بتشوف التاسك، بعد ما بتقرا التاسك، الكلام ده ما بتقراهوش خالص لان الكلام ده انت بتبقى عارف ايه هو. بعد كده بتبدا تقرا اللي فوق ده تدريجيا. اوكي، بتبدا تقرا الكلام اللي موجود فوق اللي هو البيشنت ديتيلز نفسها، بعد كده الفاميلي هيستوري والباست هيستوري اوف ذا بيشنت، وبعد كده each visit. يعني هنا مسز كارين كونوي الايدج بتاعها، بتشتغل ايه، الهاسبند نيم، البريفيوس بريجنسي، وهكذا. وبعد كده السبجكت اي حاجه ليها علاقه بالبيشنت هيستوري كارنت هيستوري. اوكي، بعد كده لو في examination بيبقى موجود البالس والبلاد بريشر، بعد كده your assessment و الى الاخر. وبعد كده each single visit بتبقى مكتوبة، وانت مطلوب منك انك تعمل arrangement لده كله، والناس اللي متدربة على writing task هيبقوا عارفين بيتكتب ازاي. فده بداية شكل الليتر. طيب انا شفت letters كتير جدا امبارح، هما تقريبا هما كانوا 27 او 28، في كذا حد بعت letters النهارده تقريبا، وعديت لحد 35 حاجة زي كده. اوكي الليترز في ناس كتير جدا تفتقد ال fulfillment of the assessment criteria. فالكلام اللي انا هقوله دلوقتي ده مهم جدا جدا جدا، مهم قوي علشان انت تقدر بعد ما تعرفه وتفهمه كويس قوي ان انت تصحح لنفسك تعمل لنفسك سيلف اسسمنت، وده وارد، يعني كتير مننا عملوا لنفسهم سيلف اسسمنت وذي باست، وتقدر تعرف are you fulfilling the task ولا لا المطلوبه منك. ايه بقى الاسسمنت criteria of the writing task؟ Your writing will be rated by at least 2 assessors who will use the criteria below to determine your writing level. Therefore, study this information carefully so that you can do the skills to write at A or B. احنا مش عايزين A، بس في ناس بتجيب A by the way. في ناس بتجيب A writing yes. B كويسة جدا. طيب احنا بيتعمل لنا assessment بناء على ايه؟ 5 main criteria. ايه هما ال 5 criteria؟ أول حاجة اسمها overall task fulfillment. تاني حاجة اسمها اوكي، تاني حاجة اسمها comprehension of stimulus. تالت حاجة appropriateness of language. رابع حاجة control of linguistic features. خامس حاجة control of presentation features. هما الخمسة دول. كان في سؤال بيتقال what are the number of mistakes that I can do so as not to be lower than level B. مفيش حاجة اسمها كده خالص. مفيش حاجة اسمها ان انت يبقى عندك 3 spelling mistake و 2 punctuation mistake و 1 grammar mistake. مفيش حاجة اسمها كده. اوكي انا معرفش اللي عامل الحسبة دي عاملها منين، بس الكتاب ده الاوفيشال بوك بتاعهم من على السايت بتاعهم، وانا عاملاه في لينك لوحده. الكتاب ما بيقولش كده خالص. الكتاب بيقول ان انت you're having 5 main criteria for writing assessment. نبدأ بقى. Overall task fulfillment. يعني ايه overall task fulfillment؟ يعني always aim to write between 100 to 200 words. يبقى دي أول كلمة مهمة هنا. طيب ليه؟ علشان short letters do not allow you enough sentences to demonstrate your ability. معنى كده انك لو قليت عن 180 words أعتقد انك عمرك ما هتاخد بيه حتى لو كاتب كويس جدا. لو هم فعلا عدوا و they found that you are less than 180 words عمرك ما هتاخد بيه، لأن معناها ان definitely you missed some relevant data، أو إن ال sentences بتاعتك كانت very simple straightforward sentences. You didn't use any complex or compound sentences. That's why you will not score B. Long letters may mean you haven't summarized or focused on the main issue. معناها إنك استخدمت كتير irrelevant data. ف don't exceed. Try not to exceed over 200. طيب بالنسبة لو اللتر بتاعك 210 215 it's fine. By the way أنا في الامتحان اللتر بتاعي كان تقريبا almost 225 or 35. I don't remember actually هم كانوا كام بالظبط أو exactly هم كانوا كام، بس ده ريسكي. أنا كنت طالعة متوترة جدا إن أنا كتبت العدد ده وما كانش عندي وقت في الآخر إن أنا أمسح. ف it's better عود نفسك وأنت بتحل، زي ما قلت كذا مرة، عود نفسك وأنت بتحل إنك you will finish your letter in 35 minutes, maximum 35 minutes. 5 minutes for reading, 30 minutes for writing, and 10 minutes for proofreading, because your life in the last 10 minutes, your B level in the last 10 minutes. So make sure that you are saving the last 10 minutes for proofreading، لأن هم دول اللي هيفرقوا في حياتك أصلا، في حياتك في writing. طيب يبقى أول حاجة نقطة مهمة عندنا 180 to 200 words. تاني حاجة read the task question carefully. Okay, and make sure your letter has a clear focus. دي تاني نقطة مهمة، إنك بعد ما تقرأ لازم يبقى عندك main task. You're going around this task. As a rule, recent case history is more important than older case history. النقطة دي بقى حدث ولا حرج فيها. letters كتير جدا من اللي جت كان فيها أخطاء regarding النقطة دي. يعني إيه المقصود هنا؟ المقصود إن في اللتر بتاعك في النوتس بتاعتك اللي بتجيلك في الامتحان هتلاقي فيه multiple visits. The patient مثلا احنا الامتحان الجاي 14/7 خلاص 14 of July. البيشنت جالك مثلا the 1st of January سنة 2015 وجالك بعدها ب 6 months وجالك بعدها ب 6 months وهكذا، جالك مثلا 7-8 visits. فانت عمال تاخد كل visit وبتكتبها in details. بعد كده جيت لما تكتب المين visit اللي هي today's visit والفيزيت اللي قبلها اللي هي عامله لها سبورت جامد وفيها الايشو المين ايشو اللي حصلت، ما بقاش عندك كلام كتير تكتبه، فاضطريت تختصر من اهم فيزيت موجوده، فبالتالي definitely you will not get score B، لان دي اهم حاجه. انت you're referring your patient because of the current issue. انت you're having a recent case right now، فدي اهم حاجه اللي انت شايفه دلوقتي. ف this is the most important notes that should be written in full details. دي اهم حاجه تتكتب، دي اهم حاجه to include complex and compound sentences، ولازم تتكتب بطريقه كويسه جدا عشان دي اهم حاجه في الليتر. اوكي، فتيك care in recent case history is more important than older case history. انا مش هحاسبك قوي، اعتقادي ده طبعا، I'm not an English teacher, I'm a doctor، لكن اعتقادي من اللي انا قريته وذاكرته، لان اديت للرايتنج حقه جدا في المذاكره، اعتقادي ان انا ما ينفعش ان انا اديك جريد بي على letter وانت كتبت لي كل ال previous visits in full details، وجيت على المين visit اللي انت بناء عليها you are referring your patient وما اديتهاش حقها. اوكي، طيب نيجي للpoint number 3. State the purpose of the letter clearly in the introduction and focus on important information and minimize less relevant data. ده مهم جدا. The purpose of the letter clearly in the introduction، برضو دي we need to highlight it. بمعنى في الليتر قال لك في الليتر in refer your patient to Dr. X for further investigation and plan of management. يبقى in your introduction you should focus clearly on almost the same meaning. You can copy and just paste it. تقدر تقول your anticipated cooperation regarding further management and investigation would be highly appreciated. تقدر تاخده أو تقدر تعمل بدل كلمة investigations تكتب assessment for example. Okay? فstate the purpose of the letter. لو في writing task كتب لك for further assessment and MRI to rule out brain tumor, you should include it in your introduction. Okay? فتake care من this point. نيجي point number 4. Make sure your conclusion is specific to the situation. Again, يبقى الintroduction والconclusion الاتنين almost they should carry the same meaning of the task fulfillment, but المهم هنا انك try to make some difference. Use some synonyms. ما تستخدمش فوق في الانترودكشن investigation وتستخدم تحت investigation. خلاص فوق كتبت investigation استخدم تحت assessment. اوكي، خلاص فوق كتبت treatment استخدم تحت management plan. حاول بس انك ايه تستخدم synonyms كتير عشان تغير في المينينج، ما تكررش نفسك في خلال الباراجراف. Use your own words as much as possible. Don't simply copy sections from the case notes. الكيس نوتس لما يديها لك، لما يقول لك مثلا the patient temperature was high، فانت ما تكتبش temperature was high، اكتب feverish. قال لك the patient had pain in his left limb مثلا، ما تكتبش كده، اكتب had هو قال لك bone pain in his left، ما تكتبش bone pain، اكتب bone ache. اوكي، the patient had، وهكذا. اي نوتس يديها لك try انك تجيب الميديكال terminology بتاعها وتستخدمه، اللي هو يعتبر الفورمال. لما يقول لك مثلا ان البيشنت كان عنده pain in the right upper quadrant of the abdomen، يبقى هقول right hypochondrium. in the right left quadrant of the abdomen يبقى right iliac fossa pain. It's okay, you can write your medical terminology اللي احنا خدناها، نحلل حتى الطب اللي احنا ذاكرناه. طيب use your own words as much possible. Don't simply copy، بس take care in your own words دي تكون ايه formal words. يبقى we are going to highlight this as well. طيب وانا بعمل assessment لنفسي على الفيرست بارت اللي احنا قلنا اسمه ايه؟ الفيرست بارت اللي احنا قلنا اسمه fulfillment، overall task fulfillment. هحتاج ان انا اتاكد هو is my letter has a required length 180 to 200 words. Is my letter respond to the task question? Clear focus, recent clear case history is more important than old. Okay? Does your letter focus on the important points of view, the chief complaint, the main concern, important social factors and reasons for writing؟ حلوة قوي important social factors دي. ساعات كتير جدا يضللك في الامتحان يعمل ايه؟ مثلا يقول ان البيشنت الكيس presentation the cause of referral is because of meningitis، وكاتب لك في النوتس بتاعته in his father died of cancer colon. What is the link between cancer colon and meningitis? Nothing. فعشان كده لو ما كتبتهاش انت تقول لا بس he's having a family history of cancer colon. I don't care. You are referring a case of bacterial meningitis. I don't care. His father has a الله يرحمه خلاص أنا هعمل. His father has a past history of cancer colon and died of it. ما فيش حاجة بإيدي أقدر أعملها له خلاص. و it's not linked to the current situation. It's linked. I couldn't help more. أنت بس you exhausted the word count. دي أول حاجة. وتاني حاجة you exhausted the assessor. هو دايما كده الأسيسورز لما يجوا يتكلموا يقول لك إيه حس بينا. دي أهم حاجة. وانت بتكتب دايما حس بينا، حس ان اللي قاعد بيصحح لك هو صحح لقد ايه قبلك، وان هو عايز يبص في الورقه بتاعتك يشوف المختصر المفيد ومعمول في صوره ستوري جميله ويكون فيها كل حاجه متحدده وانت تكون مذاكر كويس عشان كده عارف انت داخل تعمل ايه. فبلاش نحط حاجات كتير ملهاش لازمه. The language in your letter original ولا لا original معناها it's from your mind, it's not only copied and paste. اوكي يبقى دي اول حاجه الاوفرول تاسك فولفيلمنت. نيجي للنقطة الثانية اسمها comprehension of stimulus. ايه comprehension of stimulus دي؟ هي معقدة شوية. comprehension of stimulus يعني تعتبر كده معناها interpretation and arrangement of the information that you have read through your notes. اللي انت قريته قدرت تعمله قد ايه interpretation و arrangement للinformation دي. طيب فايه المطلوب؟ Read the information carefully and plan the content of the letter before beginning to write. 15 minutes planning and 15 minutes كتير جدا. 5 minutes are more than enough because you had already 5 minutes before. فأنت عندك معلومات كافية. في ناس كتير أعرفها أول ما بتبدأ في ناس دي الاستراتيجي بتاعتها إن هم once إن هم they start the calculator they start to write. يعني أنت بتظبط لنفسك إنك هتكتب 30. لأ take your 5 minutes لان انت في الامتحان هتاخد 5 دقايق ما بتعملش حاجه. فما تعودش نفسك وانت بتكتب الليتر انك بتاخد دقيقه بتقرا النوتس وبتكتب. طب في الامتحان هتعمل ايه؟ هتتوتر. هتلاقي نفسك in the first 5 minutes you don't have anything to do. ف it's better in the first 5 minutes وانت في البيت درب نفسك in at the first 5 minutes you're reading, you're trying to arrange the information into your head. علشان في حاجه هقولها بعد كده ال order of notes اللي مكتوبه في الورق اللي هو بيديهولك مش هو ده اللي المفروض يكون ال order of notes اللي انت هتكتبها في referral letter, because sometimes they write the notes and at the most recent notes he can mention that please note the father has died of cancer colon. ف it's not good ان انت تكتب الجملة دي في الاخر خالص. لا انت المفروض تكتبها في الاول في الفاميلي history. فتذكر ان ال 5 minutes لما تقرا كويس هتقدر تعمل arrangement للايديز هتكتب ايه في الفيرست والسكند والثيرد والفاينل باراجراف. اوكي يبقى read the information carefully and plan the content of the letter before beginning. I think in هنا you just need 5 minutes to plan your letter. Okay بعد كده don't let the main issue become hidden by including too much supporting details. Yes, don't include too much supporting details. For example, we're talking about a case of bacterial meningitis and he told you that the patient he had headache, dizziness, hypertension. كل ده relevant فكل ده هيتكتب. Nausea and 2 attacks of vomiting كل ده مهم وهيتكتب. All of this is are relevant data. Okay بعد كده قال لك and some abdominal pain. It's not that important. Abdominal pain in meningitis, it's not that important. مثلا قال لك إن patient he felt a little bit dizzy. خلاص لو a little bit no need to mention it. لكن لو جه بعدها في other paragraphs and he told you إن he become more dizzy يبقى كان مهم إن أنت تقولها قبل كده. اوكي فعشان كده reading مهم قوي. Don't let the main issue become hidden by other too much supporting details. So don't include too much supporting details. Supporting details mean إن لو حتى details that you are going to write are supporting to your idea but they are too much and they might override the main issue, don't write it. خلاص يعني خليك في other details اللي will support the information. Base your letter from today's perspective. That means include all the relevant history but in summary form. Eliminate less important details and focus your attention on the current situation. Take care ها كل شوية هنقابل الجملة دي. Focus your attention on the current situation. Slow clearly the connection between information in the case notes if these are made. However, do not add information that's not given in the notes. مهمة بقى النقطة دي عشان أنا بلاقي ناس شوية بتفتكس. بمعنى إن أنت مثلا إيه ده طيب اوكي، بمعنى ان انت مثلا بدأت تحس ان انت عايز تزود حاجة من عندك، علشان لما هتزودها هتخلي الكلام واقعي اكتر. ما ينفعش يعني you're going to add expressions او you're going to add symptoms. يعني هو قال ان ال patient is having headache and dizziness. اوكي، فانت كتبت مثلا headache و dizziness وخانك الألم او خانتك ذاكرتك وكتبت dyspnea. he didn't mention dyspnea، فانت كتبت symptom which is not present in the notes. فلو كتبت حاجة not present in the notes definitely you will be negatively marked. okay، فتake care, don't insinuate anything. دي تاني حاجة اللي كان اسمها comprehension of stimulus, which means interpretation of the information. How could you interpret the information and how could you arrange it clearly stated to the assessor. نيجي لpoint number 3، بس أنا هرجع الأول للسكرين بتاعت الفيسبوك to make sure that you are following and the voice is clear. Okay guys, thumb up or any comment. Inform me please that you are following and my sound is clear and the screen is clear as well. Okay, I'm waiting. I know there's some details, so I'll be waiting for this. Okay, thank you. Going back. Okay, نيجي ل our third point, appropriateness of language. Appropriateness of language يعني إيه؟ يعني أول حاجة organize the information clearly into paragraphs. Remember, the sequence of information in the case notes may not be the most appropriate sequence of information for your letter. أهو ما جبتش حاجة من عندي. take care يا شباب من البوينت دي، لأن في letters كتير والله العظيم من اللي شفتها they don't focus on this. They don't focus on this. Sometimes بيخدعك، يحط لك في الفيرست باراجراف كلمتين عن ال present history، بعد كده يجي في الثيرد نوتس مثلا ويروح حاطط لك، او في البيج نمبر 2 يحط لك في بيج نمبر 2 الفاميلي هيستوري بتاع البيشنت، ويحط لك please note ان البيشنت previously complained of blah blah blah. take care، ما ينفعش تعمل ميكسنج للنوتس. انت you are going to talk in the first paragraph about your introduction, followed by the second paragraph which is the patient history, past history, okay, past medical history, family history, okay, with present history of the patient in short if you want to write, with social history. If you didn't do this in the first paragraph you couldn't insert this in other paragraphs، لأن ساعتها you're going to ruin your paragraph، ساعتها هتبوظها يبقى شكلها وحش، مش هينفع. فتake care in the sequence of information المكتوبة في الcase note that you are provided with may not be the most appropriate sequence. may not. Sometimes they are okay, the most appropriate sequence, sometimes they are not. ساعات برضو مش بس family history، ساعات كتير جدا دي بقى لازم نشوفها. يعني family history دي مش بنشوفها كتير، بس اللي بنشوفها في كل letter تقريبا ان هو يقول لك ايه مثلا، يقول لك ان the patient on 1st of January the patient presented with a fever tachypnea. بعد كده يقول لك مثلا CSF sample was requested. بعد كده يقول لك on examination blood pressure was high, pulse rate was 110. What happened here? هو usually we see the patient, we examine him, then we send the lab test. فما ينفعش تكتب في النوتس بتاعتك، او ما ينفعش بقى تكتب في الباراجراف بتاعك in the patient presented with blah blah, CSF was sent, moreover the patient blood pressure was high and the pulse rate was tachypnic for example. ده طبعا completely wrong، لأن there is no chronological interpretation of the data that you wrote. It's completely wrong. فالصح اللي المفروض يتعمل ان انا امشي في يعني نسميها ايه sequential events، ان انا اقول the patient symptoms and signs was for example aware, followed by the examination of the patient, followed by ايه lab requests اللي انا عملتها، followed by لو I'm going to give him a new date for example schedule after 2 weeks for review or whatsoever. أو if I am going to advise the patient, I'm going to commence him or to start him on some medication. يبقى I firstly write my symptoms, then the examination, followed by the lab test, and finally advice or medication or appointment or further investigations or lab test request. Okay. always keep in mind the reason for writing. Don't just add information randomly. طبعا اللي سمع الفيديوز بتاعت ايتو لانجويج ظريفة جدا، او الفيديوز بتاعت الشباب المصريين اللي عاملينها على فيوتشرلاند على اليوتيوب شانل جميلة جدا وحلوة جدا. اوكي، اللي سمع الفيديوز دي هيلاقي دايما بيقول لك ايه، take care. انت بتكتب لمين وبتكتب له ايه، وكل شوية تقعد تفكر نفسك for whom I'm writing. You are writing to a neurologist. اوكي، وبتكتب له ايه؟ بتكتب له a case of meningitis. فhe doesn't care about his abdominal pain. He doesn't care about the family history of breast cancer. He doesn't care. He cares about this condition that he's having right now. Is it urgent, or you are just referring or updating him regarding family vaccine? So the situation differs. So always keep in your mind the reason for writing. The reason for writing. دايما تقول لنفسك أنا I'm referring a case of meningitis. يبقى مفيش داعي إن أنا أحط irrelevant data in between. Avoid informal and casual expressions and maintain a formal tone. قلت أنا الموضوع ده أكتر من مرة يا شباب من كتر أهميته. يعني I know ناس personally they used some informal words. I'm totally 100% sure of their writing abilities. أنا عارفة إن هما بيكتبوا كويس جدا جدا جدا. But they used one informal word in the exam. Unfortunately, they couldn't get the B level. الله أعلم كان إيه الوضع بالظبط في الامتحان. هل they fulfilled the task criteria, but we used to revise each other later. وأنا عارفة كويس قوي how they write, بس they didn't get B level because they wrote some informal. نخلص من النقطة دي إزاي؟ الانفورمال. لو في كلمة ما تعرفهاش وما تعرفش المينينج بتاعها في الفورمال language, don't write it. وأكبر مثال على كده الامتحان بتاعي last May كان جايب لنا كلمة اسمها light-headed. light-headed means dizzy. بس أنا في الامتحان خلاص الكلمة عدت من دماغي، فأنا مش عارفة أكتبها dizzy ولا drowsy ولا أكتبها إيه ولا إيه هي أصلا. عدت خلاص، مش قادرة يعني I couldn't focus more. ف I didn't write it. ما تكتبهاش خلاص. It doesn't differ. مش مشكلة قوي لما تقول العيان مدروخ. It doesn't differ. كتبت بقية relevant data. She's having tingling, numbness, whatsoever. كتبت الباقي. لكن في كلمة خلاص ما شفتهاش خلاص it's fine. أو شفتها وما عرفتش الترجمة ما عرفتش how to convert it from informal to formal. ما تكتبهاش informal لأن you're going to be penalized. Okay. Do not overuse medical terminology including abbreviations and acronyms. برضو النقطة دي مهمة جدا يا جماعة. ما ينفعش نفضل نكتب كل حاجة in the form of مثلا FBC نكتبها FBC زي ما هي، YBCs و RBCs نكتبها زي ما هي. الكلام ده غلط خالص. في مثلا letter من الليترز بيقول ايه. برضو نخلينا ناصحين كده في واحنا بننقل النوتس بتاعتنا. في letter كان بيقول ان البيشنت some lab tests were requested. one of them طبعا هو مش كاتب كده، هو كاتب يعني lab test وبعدها كاتب FBE اللي هو full blood count أو full blood examination اللي هي CBC بتاعتنا يعني FBE، وكاتب تحتها RBCs low YBCs high. فأنت المفروض تعمل interpretation للكلام ده. تفتكر هتكتب إيه in your notes؟ طب ده سؤال بقى وأنا عايزاكم تجاوبوا. عايزة يبقى interactive learning أكتر من إني أكون بشرح. واعتقد ان كلكم سامعيني دلوقتي يا شباب، فعايزه حد يجاوب على السؤال اللي انا سالته ده. السؤال الثاني، هقول السؤال تاني. If the provided notes that you're having right now told you the following: FBE, which means full blood examination, CBC, FBE, okay, and he wrote for you RBCs low, YBCs high. I want any one of you to interact with me and write a sentence regarding to these notes. How would you write it in your real letter? Please comment. Comment بأي طريقة. حتى لو you are going to write a wrong comment, it's fine لأن it will reveal. Okay, Dr. Ayman كتب anemia and what else? Please, Dr. Ayman, I want the full sentence. The note said that the patient FBE was done, WBCs low, RBCs, WBCs high, RBCs low. How would you write it? anemia with leukocytosis. Perfect. A full sentence, please. But we shouldn't write with. We should replace it with another word. Neutrophilia and anemia. If he mentioned the neutrophil count. FBE was ordered, which revealed decreased CBC. No. Which revealed decreased. You can replace CBC with another word. Mr. Sami, M. Sami Timraz, RBC is less than 5 million? No, it's not appropriate to be written. It doesn't have any impact when you tell me this because you're already having the reference range of each analyte in your notes. The FBE revealed the anemia and leukopenia. Perfect. Very well said. You can say the FBE, Dr. Ayman, if you mentioned it before, because this is how to use an article. If you used it before, FBE was requested. Here you can say the FBE revealed. Okay. Ahmed El, according to his lab results, shows anemia and leukocytosis. Okay. مش قوي بس okay. Rehab blood result revealed high leukocytic count and anemia. Perfect. Very well said. Blood results revealed high. But which blood results? Okay. We can specify it more. We can say the complete blood picture showed anemia and leukocytosis. No need to use that. Showed anemia and leukocytosis. Such as Dr. Tamer Ibrahim, the complete blood picture showed anemia and leukocytosis. This is perfect. So, thank you so much. Thank you. So, we can replace the notes that he wrote in formal language, in our medical terminology. If he wrote leukocytosis and anemia, it will be perfect. Okay? Thank you. Going back to my PDF. His blood film, لا اللي كتب blood film لا يا مروة. There is a difference between FBE and the blood film. FBE is a report that you're having in your hand. Blood film is the blood film interpretation, which has a differential count. Okay, so we don't say the blood film. You just translate this FBE. You can say the full blood count, the full blood examination revealed, or the full blood count revealed anemia and leukocytosis, simply like that. Okay. And a full blood test revealed, a full blood examination revealed, a full blood count revealed, كله ينفع. أو a full blood count result showed anemia and leukocytosis. Okay? If, for example, the white BCS count is 200, marked leukocytosis. You shouldn't, you don't have to classify it. مش لازم اكتب mild, moderate, marked. You don't even know it. Pathologists only know it. But if you found that the white BCS count is 200, you should 200. Okay, you should say marked leukocytosis. And another example, if you find the hemoglobin of the patient is 6, you should say marked anemia. Okay, don't say severe. We don't use severe in classification of anemia and leukocytosis anymore. Going back to the PDF, do not overuse medical terminology, including abbreviation and acronyms. That's why don't use over abbreviation form. If you used FBE once, use it for the second time, full blood count or full blood examination. Okay, so this was the appropriateness of language. Going to the fourth criteria, control of linguistic features. Show that you can use language accurately and flexibly in your writing. Okay. This is very important. هو ده بقى اللي احنا بنسميه linguistic. I can use my language accurately and flexibly. What I mean by accurately, I mean when you're talking about past history, you should use past tense. And when you're talking about a present history, for example, today's visit, you can use past, simple past. Or you can use present tense, or you can use present perfect tense. But you shouldn't use past perfect tense if you are going to talk about today's visit. For example, if you said, today the patient had complained of severe headache. So why you are referring your patient? This means if you said had complained of, you mean this happened and completely finished. Okay? So you need to use the same language appropriately, accurately, and flexibly in your writing. Ensure you use correct verb tense. This is another point. use verb tense and form as this is an essential requirement. This is the other point. So the language accurately might means the choice of the language that you're going to choose here. And the verb tense, the thing is that I was just describing. Don't use a past perfect tense in your today's visit. You can use it in the very first visit, but don't use it in the last visit. The third one here is make sure you demonstrate a range of language structure. Use compound and complex sentences as well as simple sentences. Many people are obsessed with compound and complex sentences, especially the complex. في بعض instructors أو tutors بيقولوا you have to use 10 complex sentences. This is completely wrong. ازاي اصلا تستخدم 10 complex sentence؟ لا، مفيش اي حاجه بتقول اي ارقام، مفيش حاجه يا جماعه بتقول ارقام الاخطاء اللي بنغلطها، ومفيش حاجه بتقول ارقام الكومبلكس والكومباوند sentences that you should write. المفروض ان اكتر sentences تكتبها في امتحانك تبقى complex يليها compound، ويا سلام يا سلام لو عملت complex compound sentence. وطبعا المفروض الناس تبقى مذاكره الكلام ده وفاهمين. Simply لو حد عايز يسأل سؤال يعني ايه complex sentence, you can write the same question on the YouTube. Just write complex sentence. هتلاقي فيديوهات كتيرة جدا describing. عايز تعرف يعني ايه compound، يعني ايه complex compound، كل ده موجود. اوكي، ببساطة شديدة جدا ال compound sentences انا هكتبها هنا كده في comment على الفيسبوك. خلاص نجيب هنا بس الفيسبوك comments، وبعد كده هاجي اكتب لكم هنا الكومباوند sentences اللي احنا بنستخدم فيها اي حاجه من الفان بويز. اوكي، دي الكومباوند sentence. ايه هو الفان بويز؟ using for and nor but or yet so. اوكي، لما بعمل كده بعمل compound sentence بشرط ان يبقى قبلها completely independent وبعدها completely independent sentence. يعني ايه independent؟ يعني sentence which can stand alone. اوكي، I am a doctor. I can change my light bulb. Okay, so this is a sentence and this is another sentence. Both are completely different and they do not depend on each other. I'm a doctor. I woke up early. Okay, ده غلط طبعا اللي انا بقوله ده كذب ما بيحصلش. I'm a doctor. I woke up early. Okay, طب انا عايزه اجمع ال two sentences دول، بدل ما هما two simple sentences انا عايزه اجمعهم في one sentence. فاقدر اقول ايه؟ I'm a doctor but I can wake up early. يعني شوفوا ازاي كده يعني. I used the but. now I converted two independent sentences into one compound sentence. I can say I'm a doctor and I can wake up early. أنا مش بس دكتورة، ده كمان بصحى بدري. They are not related to each other. Each sentence is completely separated from the other one and each one is having its own meaning. That's why we can say the independent sentence is the sentence which can stand alone. تقدر تقف لوحدها independently. That has subject, verb, object, completely two different sentences. So you can use comma before, for, and, nor, but, oh, yet, so. This is what's called the compound sentence. Okay, the complex sentence is very complicated. The complex sentence, you can use which, who, whose, you can use before, after, you can use whatever you can. You can use some contrast words such as although, however, despite the fact that, but one of the sentence is dependent on the other. For example, if you said before watching TV, I want to eat. If you said before watching TV, is this a complete independent sentence? Definitely not. You are still waiting for the other part of the sentence. So this is called a complex sentence, okay? You can use a complex compound sentence using any word of the words that I have said, whatever transitioning word or contrast word or whatsoever, linker, and using one of the fanboys. This is like boom. Okay, compound complex sentence. And you can search more on the YouTube channels. You will find many. Going back to the fourth criteria, which is use connecting words and phrases to link ideas together clearly. However, therefore, at that time جميل جدا الكلام ده. الليترز اللي قريتها في ناس ما شاء الله مركزة جدا جدا وعارفة هي عايزة ايه من each separate paragraph. وفي ناس بتنقل النوتس بتعمل لها ريفريزنج وبتحطها، وبين كل سنتنس وسنتنس فول ستوب، وفي سنتنس تانية بتبدأ. ده غلط، ده مش صح، ده ما ينفعش، لأن ده بيأثر على الcoherence of your letter. انت you are going to write a story, so you need to write an introductory sentence, supporting sentence, and furthermore supporting sentence, and you're going to finalize your paragraph. So you can start with the symptoms and signs in this visit, then you can talk about your examination, what happened on examination. You can add some symptoms. Before the examination you can say moreover, furthermore, in addition, additionally, and you can talk about your examination, and you can use moreover or furthermore, but try to change. Don't use at the same paragraph or at the same letter moreover twice or furthermore twice or therefore twice. You should have variety of words, okay? And after writing this, you can finalize your paragraph using words like thus, therefore, consequently, eventually, okay? So you need to use linkers, some words and phrases to link ideas together, like however, therefore, although, despite, like that. Okay, so here the linkers to link ideas together. Use connecting words and phrases. The final criteria: control of presentation features. Presentation features معناها بالبلدي كده الشكل العام بتاع الليتر، الادرس والنيم اوف ذا دكتور اللي انت كتبته فوق، البانكتويشنز اللي انت كاتبها، الكوماز والفول ستوب. طبعا الكوما معقده ناس كتير، بس هي غالبا هتبقى معقده الناس السوفيستيكيتد اكتر، اللي هم خلاص عارفين كل حاجه، فبيجوا عند البوزيشن اوف ذا كوما وما بيبقوش عارفين الحته دي فيها كوما ولا لا. تقدر سامبلي جدا برضو تدخل على اليوتيوب وتكتب uses of comma، اوكي، او تكتب كوما how to use a comma، هتلاقي ليها في 11 رول common جدا والمفروض تبقى عارفهم كلهم، وفي بعد كده رولز كتير قوي مالناش دعوه بيهم، فاحفظ اللي تقدر تحفظه منهم. طب نفترض في الامتحان ان انت جيت اتزنقت مش عارف هنا بيتحط كوما ولا ما بيتحطش، ما تحطش خالص. It's better انك ما تحطش كوما عن انك تحطها، لان الكوما simply mean ان you should stop here، بس الوقفه بتاعتك تبقى اقل شويه من الوقفه اللي على الفول ستوب، يعني you didn't finish the sentence, you're going to say something. For example, if you said therefore some lab tests were requested, so when you read it, you should read it like that. Therefore, some lab tests were requested. You shouldn't read it, therefore some lab tests were requested. That's why comma is important here in this sentence. Okay, so you need to know where to put your comma. But if you didn't know, or if you don't know in the exam time, please don't put it. في الوقت اللي انت مش عارف هتحطها هنا ولا مش هتحطها، الأسلم don't put your comma, leave it without. So follow standard letter format for referral letter. و definitely كل الناس اللي داخله الامتحان اكيد عارفين الليتر فورمات شكله ايه. يبقى هنا اول حاجه لازم اتاكد الفورمات اللي انا كاتبه صح ولا لا. Use correct punctuation including commas, capital letters appropriately. يبقى انا محتاج البانكتويشن اللي فيه الكوماز اللي فيه الكابيتال letters. وطبعا انتوا عارفين الفول ستوب بتتحط او البيريد بتتحط at the end of the paragraph. طب الكابيتال letters ليها position كتير المفروض نكون عارفينها، بتتحط في اللتر I, days of the week, month of the years، ما بتتحطش في السيزونز. ودي نقطة مهمة جدا، لأن ممكن يجيلك في اللتر يقول لك إن البيشنت develop hay fever at spring مثلا، فسبرينج دي هتكتب سبرينج كابيتال ولا سمول؟ هتكتبها سمول، لأن السيزونز بتتكتب سمول ما بتتكتبش كابيتال. اوكي، هتحطها في البروناونز مثلا، هتحطها في النيمز اوف بيبل، نيم اوف بليسز، هتحطها فين تاني؟ هتحطها طبعا at the beginning of the paragraph او at the beginning of the sentence بعد ما بتحط البيريود اللي هي الفول ستوب. البوزيشن of the او uses of the capital letter you should search، ولازم تبقى عامل زي كراسة كده صغيرة بتكتب فيها كل النوتس بتاعت الرايتنج بطريقتك انت، علشان don't follow a specific template. مشكلة التمبلت ايه؟ انه ممكن يجيب لك في الامتحان فكرة جديدة، يجيب لك discharge letter. don't panic، لان كله بيعتمد على نفس الطريقة. how could you interpret your note? how could you choose the relevant data and ignore the irrelevant data? how could you stick to the count number of your letter or the number of words of your letter? how could you interpret this relevant data and writing like a beautiful story, which is slowly transmitting you from one paragraph to another paragraph, slowly and smoothly, ما تحسش اللي بيقرا ما يحسش بمعاناه. تخيل انك بتقرا جواب بسيط، بتقرا البيشنت ده انا بعته علشان كذا I'm referring this patient for this، وبعد كده بتقرا the family and the personal history of the patient, the social history of the patient, he's single, he lives alone، لان انت you are going to talk about a case of depression for example. وبعد كده مثلا بتقول his work دي عبارة عن ايه، وحاطط الكلام ده في جمل compound sentences. Although he smokes heavily he doesn't drink for example. okay. وبعدين مثلا he's having a positive family history of cancer breast, his mother for example. خلصت الباراجراف ده and it was very smooth. You went to the first visit and you started to illustrate and so on. So please try to interpret and don't panic if you found a new idea in your true exam. So don't follow or stick to template. Just try to have more information in your brain about how to transfer myself smoothly from one idea to another idea. Okay, the third one here is a trick for spelling mistakes and for spelling consistently through your writing. Misspelling the patient name is not good. Okay, take care. I know someone whose writing is very, very good, but unfortunately in the true exam, instead of writing Mrs. Bickman, he wrote Mr. Bickman. And all over the paragraph, he wrote he presented, he complained, he came, he presented, he showed. Unfortunately, he got C. And when he asked for remarks, he got C. They didn't elevate him. So please take care. You're going to talk about Mr. or Mrs. or Miss. Take care of the spelling mistakes and especially the names which are like compound names, like McConkey, McVeal, McBrown. The use of this letter, sometimes you use double M and one C, one M or double C. So take care. One is capital, one is small. You need to copy it. Organize the letter into clear paragraphs and leave a blank line between paragraphs to show the overall structure of the letter. بعض الليترز اللي اتبعتت لي مش كلها الحقيقة، معظم الناس طبعا stick to the format. أعتقد 2 letters أو حاجة. Okay, leave paragraph and leave a blank line between paragraphs. أعتقد letters بسيطة جدا كانت الناس عاملة سايبة space في أول الباراجراف وسايبة line between each paragraph. الكلام ده غلط. أوكي؟ يا تسيب سبيس في اول الباراجراف، هو ليه اسمه معين بس الاسم ضايع من دماغي، يا تسيب سبيس في اول كل باراجراف وما تسيبش لاين ان بتوين، يا تكتب من اول اللاين عادي وتسيب لاين ان بتوين. خلاص، وده الافضل ان انا بتابعه. Let's revise for people who came late and they didn't join from the very beginning. So we are talking about the assessment criteria. There are 5 assessment criteria. Firstly, the overall task fulfillment. You need to write 180 to 200 words. You need to have a clear focus. The recent case history is much more important than the older case history. The purpose of the letter to write it clearly in the introduction and to conclude it specifically in your conclusion and use your own words. Try not to copy and paste each single note. The comprehension of a stimulus, you need to read the information carefully and plan the content of the letter before beginning. So I told you, just try to have 5 minutes more. Underline, you will write in the introduction, this is in your first paragraph, this is in your second, and this is in your conclusion. Don't let the main issue become hidden by including too much supporting details, okay? Focus your attention on the current situation. Use some linking words like however, and don't add information. It's very important. Don't add information. Appropriateness of language. Remember, the sequence of information in the case notes may not be the most appropriate sequence. Take care يا جماعة من النقطة دي please جدا، لأنها بتبين قد إيه أنا مش قريت ما قريتش الكيس نوتس كويس، وبتبين قد إيه I'm just copying the notes in front. حتى لو كان الباقي كله عندك كويس جدا، لو كتبت السيكونس اوف انفورميشن بشكل مش لطيف، بشكل انت لخبطت القصه، يعني انت بتحكي لي طلبت له ايه انفستيجيشن قبل ما تقول لي عملت له ايه اكزامينيشن. This doesn't happen in the real world. معناها ان خلاص يعني you will miss it. Okay. Keep in the mind your reason. دايما تقول لنفسك for whom I'm writing and what I'm writing. Avoid informal and casual expression and maintain a formal tone. Do not overuse medical terminology, including abbreviation and acronyms. regarding the linguistic features, the appropriateness of your language, make it accurate. The verb tense, take care. اللي مش عارف verbs يا جماعة، اليوتيوب مفيش أسهل منها. Just search. اكتب على اليوتيوب وانت use the past perfect tense, the present perfect tense. عايز تعرف الفروقات بينهم، اكتب past perfect versus present perfect, past perfect versus past simple tense أو simple past tense. Okay, complex and compound as I highlighted. Connecting words and phrases, they, however, with therefore. Using the specific format, punctuation like commas, capital letters, full stop, spelling mistakes, and letters into clear paragraph and leave a blank. عشان كده بقى احنا كده خلصنا ايه هما الاسسمنت كرايتيريا. عشان كده بقى اللي طالع من الامتحان شاكك هو مش عارف كتب مانجمنت ناقصها ايه وكتب سموكينج فيها دبل او. انا كانت اكتر اخطائي في الليترز اللي بكتبها في البيت هبل، spelling mistakes، دبل او، اي ناقصه، اي زياده، هو كده انا اخطائي spelling mistakes. اوكي، فحاولت اشوف ايه الكلمات اللي انا كل لتر بكتبه بيبقى عندي فيه spelling mistakes، لقيتها معروفه، يعني لقيت هي نفس الكلمات اللي انا كررتها. smoking، refer كنت بحط فيها ايه في الاخر، complaining مثلا ساعات بحط 1n بدل double n، وهكذا. لقيتها كلمات عبيطه وبتتكرر. فتكر الحاجات اللي بتلاقي عندك فيها spelling mistakes اكتبها على جنب. انا كنت عامله لسته كده فيها 10 words بعمل فيهم spelling mistakes، وكنت عامله لسته، وقبل ما ادخل الامتحان على طول بصيت في الليست دي، مع ان انا عارفه ان انا عارفه ان سموك فيها 1 او مش دبل او، بس انا بكتبها كده subconsciously. فقبل ما ادخل الامتحان مسكت الليست دي وبصيت عليها عشان اعرف ان these are my spelling mistakes, please do not repeat. اوكي، عشان ابقى عارفه ان انا مش مطلوب مني ان انا اعيدهم تاني. طيب كده احنا خلصنا الاسسمنت كرايتيريا، والمفروض ان محاضره النهارده عن الاسسمنت كرايتيريا. عندكم استعداد نجيب فورمات اوف ذا ليتر مكتوبه اوريدي ونقول الليتر المفروض يبقى شكله كده ونشرح عليه، ولا نخلص ونقفل عند كده ونبقى نبدا محاضره تاني في يوم تاني؟ فهستنى لحد ما تردوا وتقولوا should we start the letter format or that's enough for today and we're going to start another lecture later on. I'm waiting for your comments. Are you ready to have more fun? Fun. كده. مفيش اي حد بيقول اه. مفيش اي comments ظهرت لي لسه. اوكي، count down. انا هعد لحد 10. لو ما لقيتش comments هفاينلايز الفيديو. اوكي comments. اوكي start محاضرة تاني يوم تاني. يا ريت start ready yes start please another session continue please. اوكي الأغلبية please. فسوري دكتور أيمن we're going to complete. اوكي going back to the PDF. أنا مش هقول كتير عشان اللي أنا قلته النهاردة أصلا كتير. كل اللي هعمله إن أنا هجيب فورمات كده اوريدي معمول أهو. ادي الاساينمنت تاسك. خلينا في حاجه تانية غير الجاينكولوجي، ناخد اللي بعدها. خلي الجاينكولوجي دي لما تبقوا شديتوا اكتر. اوكي تعالوا نشوف ده جميل، ده لذيذ. ادي الامتحان. الكيس نوتس جت بالمنظر ده، ما بيكتبش تايتل، بيكتب لك هنا time allowed 5 minutes today's date. ادي اهو time allowed 5 minutes والwriting time 40 today's date اهو مكتوب هنا. اوكي دي الحاجات اللي هو بيديها لك. طيب انا مش هايلايت اني مور عشان اقول لكم انا بعمل ايه بهايلايت في الامتحان بتاعي ازاي. انا هعتبر ان ده امتحان وهقول لكم انا ازاي بعمل هايلايتنج في الامتحان بتاعي. اوكي انا باجي اول حاجه بقراها هنا writing task. You're a general practitioner at a suburban clinic. Arthur Benson and his family are regular patients, so they are patients of my own. دي نقطة مهمة by the way. Regular patients يعني أنا متعودة إن أنا بشوفهم. Using the information in the case notes, write a letter of referral. So I'm going to write a referral letter to a neurosurgeon. Okay. كل ده أنا بعمل له إيه في الامتحان؟ في real notes. أنا ماسكة real notes وبعمل له underlining. فهنا أنا هعمل highlighting. To a neurosurgeon for إيه بقى؟ For MRI scan. Address the letter وادي اسم الدكتور neurosurgeon وادي العنوان بتاعه. in your answer expand the relevant. كل ده انا مش بقراه علشان احنا متعودين ان دي الدباجة اللي بتتحط في كل امتحان. اوكي، فانا قريت هنا، عرفت القصة، فهرجع اطلع هنا كده بقى وابدا اقرا من الاول. لما باجي هنا بقرا من الاول بلاقي ادي today's date، يبقى ده الديت اللي انا هكتبه عندي في الامتحان، وده غالبا هيبقى التاريخ، مش غالبا، ده بيبقى تاريخ الامتحان بتاعك. patient history، ادي patient name، take care of the name، ما تغلطش في اسم العيان، دي اكتر حاجه مش مسموح بيها في spelling mistake. ممكن تغلط في حاجه تانية عادي، ومفيش كاونت على فكره، يعني انت لو كاتب كله كويس وعندك 4-5 spelling mistakes، انا لو assessor هديك جريد بي، يعني عادي، احنا بنغلط واحنا بنكتب، بس try not to make mistakes. وادي الديت اوف بيرث، المفروض بعد ما بيديك الديت اوف بيرث انت تكتب هنا الايج اوف ذا patient، لان you're going to use the age. Sometimes he supplies you with the age of the patient and many times he doesn't. فانت كل اللي هتعمله، البيشنت ده 92 واحنا 2018، يعني عنده كام سنه؟ 18 ولا كام؟ 8 plus 18 يعني عنده كام؟ عنده 26، يبقى تكتب 26 years. كمبيوتر بروجرامر، انا هكتبها ولا مش هكتبها؟ انا هل كمبيوتر بروجرامر ليها علاقه بان انا بعتيه كنيورولوجيست لنيورولوجيست عشان عايز MRI؟ ممكن. اوكي، فممكن استخدمها كبوزيشن. regularly works 50 to 60 hours. 50 to 60 hours ده يعتبر ايه؟ يعتبر there is work overload here. stressful position. married with 2 boys aged 6 months. فرق ان انا اكتب، ممكن اكتب married، لكن هو لازم اكتب 2 boys. انا ميلي، او الدكتور اللي انا بعت له ميله. non smoker and social drinker. حلوه دي، جميله. عارف ليه بقى جميله؟ لان he gives me here something and here the controversy of it, so I can use a contrast sentence here. So I can use although he doesn't smoke, he drinks occasionally. You know what does the word social drinker mean? That he drinks in social occasions. That's what I know about it. So you can write although he doesn't smoke, he drinks occasionally. ودي جت لي في امتحاني وكتبتها كده. Father died at 69 due to stroke. Okay, does this patient is having a stroke? You are referring him because of what? في حاجة that I missed. أنا مش بقرا هنا واطلع على طول من الأول يا جماعة. I'm sorry for that. أنا بقرا writing task وبقرا recent visit بعدها. Worsening headache for 3 days, dizziness, nausea, blurred vision, pain not responded to Panadol but noticed the blah blah blah. No weight change, gait normal, couldn't read, second line of eye chart, edematous optic disc, blood pressure, mild weakness and loss of sensation in the medical aspect of left hand, reflexes elbow normal, and diagnosis is subdural hematoma. So this is an urgent condition. So my provisional diagnosis is subdural hematoma. So I'm going here to select the task in relation to the subdural hematoma. Again, please. So I'm going to write the writing task here. This is my own patient that I know him. He's a regular patient. And this is the information. It's a referral letter to a neurosurgeon. I'm requesting an MRI because of what? Because the second thing that I'm going to do is to write the most recent data. Just scan it. It's a case of subdural hematoma. So here I'm going to select the node that will differ with me. ده computer programming فاتجنن stressful working media فدخل في subdural hematoma. non-smoker and social drinker. Father died. تفتكر بقى father died at 69 years due to stroke. مهمة ولا مش مهمة؟ شباب أنا معاكم على الفيسبوك، قولوا لي مهمة ولا مش مهمة؟ Should I write father died at 69 years due to stroke? Yes or no? And the other thing, by the way, mother is a diabetic on metformin. Should I write it yes or no? So you just say no for father, yes for mother, or you just say yes father, no mother, or yes for both. What do you think? Okay, I'm having a case of subarachnoid. I'm having a case of suspected case of subdural hematoma. Okay, hematoma, neurological case. So it's not no, not because the father died of stroke. He you need, if you're having a case of hematoma, you need to rule out stroke as well. And if you're suspecting a case of stroke, you need to rule out hematoma as well. So you're going to do brain CT or MRI brain to rule out both stroke and hematoma. This is medical, so you need to write. So regarding the father history, you have to write yes for father and no for mother. So someone please write me a sentence. What should you write? Put it in your own words. Yes to both as a family history? No, it's not yes, Sarah. You just will write the father history because it's important, but the mother history, she's diabetic. Is it important? لحد دلوقتي it's not important. لحد دلوقتي it's not important. You got my point? I'm just talking about now. لأن further on ممكن accidentally نكتشف إن العيان عملنا له glucose level و it was high. صح؟ فهترجع بعد كده تعمل underlining للmother history. فلحد دلوقتي I'm referring a case of subarachnoid hematoma, so I will mention this. I will mention, please note that his father died at the age of 69 due to stroke. 69 ده by the way سنه صغير. وأنا ما خدتش دي لحد دلوقتي. بس لو بعد كده لقيت في النوتس بتاعتي he mentioned his blood glucose level and it was high, I should mention that he's having a positive family history of diabetes, his mother. Okay. بعد كده ال past medical history BMH يعني past medical history asthma since childhood on steroid inhaler and allergic to penicillin. Okay, يلا go on. Is it important? Should I write about the asthma and penicillin? Tell me. No, I don't. Haysam Al Sayed, I don't write to the doctor, be careful. I don't write. I write, please note. This is not formal language. Be careful is not a formal language. I should write, please note that his father died of stroke at the age of 69. Okay. So here my question is, are you going to write about asthma and allergy? Yes or no? Okay, no asthma. Stress is important as risk factor. Yes, definitely. Definitely, yes. Asthma, no fuss for asthma. Okay. Okay, it's a little bit tricky. You might, أنا على فكرة by the way, I didn't read the لأن النوتس دي it's followed by a format letter. Okay, you can write it and you cannot try, and you can write or you can choose not to write. Okay, it depends upon your word count and it depends upon how stressful the notes are. Sometimes the notes are very condensed. You are having many important data. Take care of the most important sentence that I have repeated times and times. I told you, please take care that stress on the main visit and the most current history and don't exhaust your word count writing some just irrelevant data. Yes, this should be important for you, so you can write it at the final sentence. And be careful that at the 10 minutes of proofreading, for example, if you find yourself wrote over 230 words, you need to sacrifice a sentence, so you can sacrifice the sentence. Is it clear? Is it clear, guys? So you can write, apart from having asthma and being allergic to penicillin, no other remarkable past history or medical history. Okay? Our medical history is unremarkable apart from being allergic to penicillin and having asthma. نقدر نكتبها ونحطها the last sentence of our past medical history and social history, which is the first paragraph. بحيث إن I can sacrifice this sentence. لو أنا كاتب كل حاجة تاني كاتبها رائعة بس I found that my word count is 250 word for example, السنتنس دي ممكن تبقى 8 words ف I can remove it وأنا قلبي مطمن إن أنا ما شلتش حاجة فيها relevant data بشكل قوي. لأن لو كتبتها بالنسبة لي yes you sometimes add some notes لأن في بعض الناس تقول إن الستيرويدز ممكن يكون بياخد steroid inhaler for long sentence. Yes it acts or it works only locally but it might have something. ممكن تكون الأزمة كان precipitated أزمة ف it precipitated hypoxia, it leads to بلاش ال over thinking ده في الموضوع. allergic to penicillin, yes it's important. لازم تبقى عارف الالرجي. اي عيان في الهوسبيتال admission بنبقى عاملين فوقيه ليبل وبنكتب allergic to what. فالallergy is important. For my concern, please write both in a separate sentence to be able to sacrifice it at the 10 last minutes of the proofreading if you didn't want it. Okay, let's go back. So I highlighted and I'm going to write it. This is the first visit on 25/8/17. The complaint, بص هو كاتب لك كده CO يعني complain of headache. 2/12 يعني ايه 2/12؟ يعني ايه 2/12؟ I need answers please. كل الكلام ده هتلاقوه مكتوب في الكتاب على فكرة. close. بس أنا سيبها لكم عشان هتدوروا عليها في الكتاب. mild sensation of pins and needles, no nausea or vomiting. بصوا بقى الكلام الجميل. pins and needles, no nausea or vomiting. طيب أنا عايزة حد يقول لي هاخد هنا إيه؟ أنا هاخد هنا headache، أوكي؟ وهاخد هنا mild sensation of pins and needles، وهاخد هنا no nausea and vomiting. أنا بقى عايزة حد جميل يكتب لي جملة جميلة و it's better to be a complex sentence. Okay, you answered already about the 2/12, 2 attacks each year. Okay, 2 month, 2 year, degree of severity. I'm not going to answer. I will leave it for you to search. عايزة حد بقى جميل يقول لي ادي جملة هي مكتوبة headache, mild sensation of pins and needles. شايف pins and needles دي؟ pins and needles دي make sure if you wrote in your exam pins and needles you're not B level. مستحيل تاخد B. pins and needles دي معناها العيان حس بشكشكة. فتخيل ان انت بتكتب letter formal letter للدكتور فبتقول له خد بالك العيان كان عنده شكشكة. ده دكتور ايه؟ ما ينفعش طبعا. ف I have to replace this informal language with formal one. So please I need a sentence. اكتبوها واكتبوها غلط عشان عادي اكتبوا sentence وخلاص. يلا I'm waiting for your comment. Guys I'm waiting. وغالبا يعني هتبقى دي آخر حاجة و I'm going to finalize the video عشان كده كفاية قوي عليكم النهاردة. أصلا are you following ولا في مشكلة في الصوت؟ لأني مش شايفة أي حاجة خالص. He presented with a 2-month history of headache which was associated with tingling sensation. However, there was no vomiting or nausea. Thank you, Muknaber. You are B level. He complained from headache and tingling. Okay, that's only. You're having other words. You can use other words. Okay. Muknaber. He presented with a 2-month history of headache which was associated both pronunciation are fine with tingling sensation. You can say tingling and numbness. Tingling and numbness. Usually we replace pins and needles with tingling and numbness. And when you ask your patient in the speaking, you're going to make the controversy. For example, in the speaking, if you're having in your card tingling and numbness, don't ask your patient, are you having tingling sensation? numbness sensation عندك احساس مش عارف لا don't say it in medical terminology, say it in the casual words. Are you having sensation of pins and needles? Okay, so عشان الكومنتس بقت كتيرة. We can replace pins and needles with tingling and numbness. Okay, so another comment to Dr. Ayman. On 25th, the patient had complained. I'm sorry, it disappeared. The patient had complained with mild headache and associated with tingling sensation. Okay, however, no nausea no nausea nor headache. No. It's completely, there is something wrong here. Okay, so firstly, what's wrong here? The word mild. There is no mild in the description, Dr. Ayman. He didn't describe the pain. He said headache 2/12. 2/12 means he has been complaining of the last 2 months of the year of headache. Okay? A history of 2-month headache. بقاله شهرين عنده صداع. Mild sensation of pins and needles. So the mild is here, Dr. Ayman. Mild tingling and numbness. It's not mild headache. Okay? However, no nausea nor headache, definitely you mean no nausea nor vomiting, but it's not written, however, no nor. We couldn't use no nor after however. So, Noor Hassan, the patient complained of 2-month history of headache. In addition to that, he had numbness. Okay, but you're still mentioning another important data. Definitely, pins and needles means tingling and numbness. So you should use both of them. And the other thing, vomiting is very relevant here. Vomiting expresses the increased intracranial tension. So you need to mention if there is vomiting or not, because this sometimes guides you if there is a case of brain tumor or not. Okay, but there is no vomiting or nausea. It's a complete sentence. He complained headache 2 months ago. Okay, so I want to say something, Marwa. Please don't use 2 in numbers. Use it in letters. 2 months ago, accompanied by tingling with nausea nor vomiting. I'm sorry, Marwa, but your sentence is not clear. Okay, degree of pain, but his headache only was for 2 months, but the tingling and numbness not mentioned, the duration, I didn't get. Dr. Asma, I'm not Dr. Asma, I'm Dr. Amira, if you're asking me. What about if I wrote 240 words in exam, does it make major problems? I don't know. I wrote approximately 230, 235, I don't remember exactly how much it was, but I don't know. I passed, hopefully you will. Shimo, he had complaining of headache and a mild sensation of numbness not accompanied by nausea and vomiting since 2 months. Okay, but you are trying to complicate it more than it needs. Don't try to complicate it. Make it simple as possible as you can. So I find here the best example is for Dr. Muk Naber. He presented with a 2-month history of headache, which was associated with tingling sensation. I just need to add here and numbness sensation. However, there was no vomiting or nausea. Or you can use it in your own notes, like apart from absence of nausea and vomiting, he had complained of, or he presented of 2 months of continuous headache with mild tingling and numbness. So what have I done? That I just reversed the notes. I started with this part, then I go for this. Apart from this, by the way, your patient, he doesn't have nausea or vomiting, but he's having headache, tingling, and numbness. Okay, you got my point. I think yes. Okay, we will finish this. Had a car accident 3 months ago. Tell me, should you write it? Had a car accident 3 months ago? Yes, definitely I would. I'm talking about a case of subarachnoid hemorrhage. Hospitalized and discharged after 24 hours with no complication. So I can write this with no complication. Okay. Had a past history of it. CT scan normal. Okay, بصوا بقى. يا سلام، هنا الجمال بقى. This sentence, it was my example that I told you, please take care. Sometimes the arrangement of the word notes is not the proper way that you should write it in your letter. الجملة دي أكبر مثال على كده. Had a car accident 3 months ago, hospitalized and discharged. تفتكروا, should I write this in my first visit? Or where should I write it? I need answers, please. Okay, I will read the comment of Dr. Ayman. On 25th, the patient had complained with mild headache, had complained of Dr. Ayman مش with. presented with و complained of ممكن حضرتك تكتبها حتى كده على جنب عشان ما تلخبطش فيها تاني of mild headache and associated with tingling sensation. Please make it tingling and numbness. However, no nausea nor headache. Vomiting again. However, there was no nausea or headache. No nausea or it's not nor. No nausea or headache. However, there was no nausea or headache. Okay. The structure شوية it needs to be modified, Dr. Ain. So my question is, guys, had a car accident 3 months ago, hospitalized, discharged after 24 hours with no complications. My question is, where should you write this sentence? Should you write it here in the first visit? So you're going to write in the first visit, the patient is presented with 2-month duration of headache associated with mild tingling and numbness. However, there was no nausea or vomiting, or you can use, however, there was no nausea or vomiting. The patient had presented, or the patient, sorry, there is no had here. The patient presented with a continuous complaint of headache, which lasts for 2 months, associated with mild sensation of tingling and numbness, or mild tingling and numbness. After that, should you write, the patient had car accident 3 months ago without complication? Or where should you write this sentence? Guys, please, where should you write this sentence? Please. This would be very important, by the way. انتوا نمتوا ولا ايه؟ Are you sleepy, guys? Please, any comment? There are still viewers here. I'm having 21 viewers. Any of you, please comment. Okay, you're started to comment already. Okay. Past history. In the past history, accident. In past history, thank you so much. No should be written past history. Thank you so much. Thank you. So, in the past history, which mean what? Which mean the first paragraph in the social history paragraph. You were writing in the social and the past history paragraph after you wrote that married man, despite he doesn't smoke, he drinks socially or he drinks occasionally. You can write the father died at the age of blood due to stroke. Please note that the patient, Mr. blah blah blah, had a car accident 3 months ago, or had an uncomplicated car accident 3 months ago. An uncomplicated car accident 3 months ago. Okay? So it should be written in the past history. لكن تخيل ان انت لو كتبت في الامتحان كده انت بس you are copying your notes وبعدين رحت خدت دي كتبتها. لا, you lost your mark in this paragraph. CT normal. This is the other example. CT normal. See, that's what I was talking about. He put for you the CT here, and after that he discussed the objective. He discussed that on examination the patient BMI was 32, which means a little bit overweight. His gait was normal, has lumbar lordosis, mild weakness in left hand, and his vision was good. So take care. You shouldn't write CT scan here. You shouldn't. You should write CT scan after finalizing your objective. For example, you can put this. On examination, the patient had a normal gait with mild weakness, or let's write the most important first. On examination, the patient had a mild weakness in his left hand. Okay, a mild weakness in his left hand. Or apart from having normal vision and gait, apart from having normal vision and gait, he had mild weakness in his left hand. Okay, BMI 32, you can put it up in the social and past history as well, BMI. Okay, and after this, you can write, in addition, CT scan was normal, right? So there was a plan here. Review after 2 weeks, no need to be written. and Panadol 2 taps advised to reduce weight and increase exercise. So I couldn't write BMI only up. You should write BMI here as well. So here you can write therefore Panadol therefore Panadol and having some rest were prescribed, or Panadol was prescribed in addition to having some rest. Okay, or Panadol was prescribed and weight reduction and having some rest were advised, right? Panadol was commenced and weight reduction and having some rest were advised. It's better to use here passive voice. By the way, guys, passive voice is used at the final sentence of the paragraph, and it's better. على فكرة اللي أنا بقوله ده شغلي أنا، يعني اللي أنا اتعودت عليه من مذاكرتي. It might be wrong, but it works with me and it works with other people. وبعدين أنا جبته منين؟ أنا جبته من الofficial book ومن الrecommendations اللي موجودة في الفيديو. That's what I think it's the most appropriate to be written, and this is my usual or my usual way of writing in the referral letter. The passive voice, I usually use it when I'm writing about medications, or when I'm writing about advice or appointment, but usually I don't write too much about appointments and advice. For example, I can say Panadol was commenced or Panadol was prescribed. I can say, and the patient was advised to have some rest. I can say some lab tests were requested. Okay, so I think it's enough for today. Okay guys, I think it's enough for today. Let's finalize our today's video. Thank you so much for being so cooperative and interactive. It was such an interesting, I had fun today. Okay, I wish you got some important information from this video, and please, you can leave some comments here. If you want any, if you're having any further questions, you can leave some comments here. Okay. I wish you had some fun with me because I'm really enjoy the discussion with you. Thank you so much for your presence here. اللي أنا عايزاه منكم حاجة, just I want something. Please invite your friend. Please share the link of this group, because I don't want anything, but I only want that to spread the knowledge, to make it easy for other guys. So please inform your friends, share the links on other groups, because we just need other people to be familiar with the method. Okay, thank you guys so much. We will be planning for another session. At the next session, inshallah, we will discuss the rest of this letter, because it will add to your information a lot, and I can write a letter in front of you directly, but I will write a post to arrange the time of the meeting. Thank you so much. See you soon and good luck. Bye bye.